What's up, goodbye Linus? Today we are going to be going over the new hero advent dungeon. I have yet to do this, so this is going to be the first time doing it. So pretty much wish me luck. I just did the weapon dungeon. I ran out of turns as well as pretty much was losing anyways in the weapon advent dungeon. So I'm not too happy about this. So we're going to go through these five right here, as well as these right here, just to see what's going on. Apparently, we're going to be attacked by some wild boars. Since this is stage one, I'm not going to run any tanks. Trying to think if there's boars are tanks, so I'm going to run some magic users. That way they can just blow real quickly through this, hopefully. I'm hoping that's actually what it is. I just saw the word wild boars in the description. I didn't even read it, I just noticed it while I was talking. But the boars are tank units, so they're going to be taking 25% increased physical or magical damage. So taking mages into this stage is probably going to be my safest and quickest bet. Especially since it's being stage 1, it should be fairly easy. Um, Definitely going to be easy. It's only 4 boars. And I got 4 mages going. Yeah, they're just like blowing straight through them. I don't even think the boars will get a turn. Okay, they'll get a turn because Zillion's got horrible range. Horrible range, horrible movement. Complete set story 1. Okay, so we don't want to watch this. No spoiler alerts, go away. So we got 1 cupcake, wow. And blah blah blah. Okay, so we're gonna run the same team. No mention of boars in this one particularly, but going from the last Advent dungeon, there wasn't much of a change until stage 3, and then it went to like mages and golems. But this is a DPS Advent dungeon, so I'm expecting a lot of tanky type units as it is. Maybe tanks, and then it's going to switch over to mages, being like very mage oriented. Because mages can pretty much tear through some DPS as long as they're protected. So we got some wolves here. I'm not sure what they are exactly. I think they're the assassin class. Because they do have some high movement range and high crit damage. But definitely easy. It's 2 waves though, so can't really say it's easy yet. Second wave might be like 20 wolves or something like that. Okay, so we got some bears. There goes the tanks. Pretty easy so far though. But that's how the Zillion dungeon went. So we shall see how it goes. Because in the Zillion dungeon, it was like stage 1, 2, and 3 were pretty easy, and then you got to stage 4, 5, and 6 and got the beat down the first time you tried it. So we're getting one cupcake again. I figured that would go up at least. And another one cupcake. Alright, so this one we got some bears again. Bears and wolves again. Uh, just one wave. So it's not bad. And they're still pretty squishy, it seems. Yeah, and definitely not doing any damage. We got a boar as well. I think that is actually the first time I have ever seen a dark wolf, a shadow wolf. I don't recall seeing any in adventure mode. I might be wrong. Um, because most of the adventure mode that had the wolves in it, I just kind of autoed through. Would like put the phone down or whatever while it was autoing and come back when they were dead. But I don't really recall ever seeing a dark one. One cupcake. That's a little disappointing that um this is only giving one cupcake because it's gonna force us to farm this EX one where it's pretty much that's what they want us to do anyways because it's got the entry limit but still I would like to at least get something from doing these. I mean we might at the end. I'm not sure, of course. We shall see. There's some bears again and wolves right on top of us. As well as boars right on top of us. They got us pretty much surrounded. That's just so nice of them. I like it when they do this because it's like such a disadvantage. You're going in blind. You don't know what team to bring. I mean, not that it matters because they're obviously still doing no damage. But I mean, I still feel like it's a little unfair. Because your first playthrough, like if these guys were actually dealing damage, then they would have just destroyed my entire back line of mages. So I think what they should do is like show like a section of the map where your team is going to be, and let you put your own formation, and instead of it being like slot 1, slot 2, slot 3, and slot 4 as it is now, I think that would be just kind of more beneficial, because we could be like, okay, well, I'm assuming this is going to be the front line or this is the back line, and you could just position whoever, you know, in that certain formation. Like you could put your tanks where you know they're automatically going to be in the front, and your mages are automatically going to be in the back. I think that would be pretty nice. That's actually what they do in Final Fantasy Tactics. That's what makes me think of it, because this game was based on Final Fantasy Tactics and Ogre Battle. That's where they got the idea for this game. So I would actually like to see that implemented in here as well, because that was like one of the bigger things in Final Fantasy Tactics on setting your party. Pretty much what it was like 4 tiles or 5 tiles or 6 tiles, whatever, however big your party was. And that's all you could see. It would be like a little L shape possibly, and you'd be like, okay, well, put this guy here, this guy there, blah blah blah, and so forth. But you knew what position your, you know, units were going to be in whenever you entered that battle, even if you couldn't see the map or whatever. It was still a really useful thing. So I would actually like to see something like that in here. Some more wolves and bears and boars. Alright, so this one so far has been quite easy. Yes, the damage is still pitiful. I think that right there was just unluck, to be honest. But since they dodged, I'm pretty much sure that the wolves are assassins, because assassins are pretty much the only class that has a dodge rate that is physical. Alright, so completing the story is definitely nothing. I'm doing these in less than a minute each. Let's see, this has been going, what, 13 minutes now? Did 5 stages so far. Alright, so they added a new unit. I have no idea who that is. If he looks like an assassin from the picture, but there's no telling. We probably won't be able to see. Okay, he's a ranged unit, I think, because he had a warning shot. Complete the last story of the Advent Dungeon. Alright. So that definitely was quite easy. A lot easier than I expected. So now I'm kind of expecting to get like a beatdown in this other one that's only 2 stages. And 1 cupcake. Right, so I'm gonna go ahead and collect these event quests. The last time we got a free summon for doing it, so I'm hoping that's the case here. I haven't looked at this myself. So we do get a free summon as well as garnets. So we get a Wind Zet. Thank you, Mr. Zet. He's actually the better one in my opinion from Wind and Fire. From what I was looking at, he seemed really good compared to Fire. I mean, both of them seemed pretty nice. So we also automatically apparently get a friend just for summoning 10 heroes with garnets. So that's pretty nice. Now, Dark Nayang, I think that is some not too bad stuff in this event. Not worried about the quest. Alright, so we do get at least one guaranteed. Pretty much anybody can do that stage, I do believe. So we're going to do stage 1 and 2. It says this one is powerful heroes, so I'm going to switch up my team. We're going to run. Well, no, we'll stay with him. He's 9649. Alright, so wolves, boars, and bears again. So pretty much still, mages are going to have the top advantage here. This is a 2-wave map, and they're still squishy. And yeah, it's super squishy. I just one-shotted them all. Alright, there goes that assassin DPS or whoever guy again. I'm really curious about him. He seems to have some good physical blast. Okay. So is he ranged? Is he as an assassin? DPS? Because I mean, DPS is physical. Definitely not a challenge for this Advent dungeon. The Seal dungeon was insane trying to beat stage 3. Not stage 3, but stage 5, where you were just fighting a single golem. He could be quite annoying if you didn't have the right team. A dungeon filled with incredibly powerful monsters. If you say so. I mean, they might be incredibly powerful to people with 4 and 5-star teams, not running 6-star gear. I mean, guaranteed my entire team is definitely not on 6-star gear or weapons. But at least 3 of them are, I do believe. I know Sebek's fully geared out. My berry's not even upgraded all the way currently. And neither is my Arendelle, but so out of my team, only Fire, Callius, and Sebek are fully geared out. Okay, this one seems like it'll actually be a challenge because they're taking damage this time. Still not doing damage though. Okay, so he just critted for 2,000. That's not. It's not like a huge thing, but it's not really good either. So those bears are actually probably the more annoying of this group because they'll last the longest. But nothing really serious. This stage still doesn't seem like much of a challenge. But we shall see. I'm expecting that one guy, the ranged DPS assassin, whoever wanna be, to pop out and just go crazy on my team. Because obviously he's going to be the boss. So I'm expecting him to just come on out and go to town. Another thing is I would really like to see um I would really like to see the AI. I couldn't think of what the word was for a moment. I would like to see the AI actually be improved, especially when it comes to ranged units and mages and supports. Because they're all range type classes. They shouldn't just be standing there letting themselves get beat down by DPS or tanks. They really need to be like trying to move away from those particular units, I think. Because I mean, that would just be like the common sense if this were like a real battle. They're not gonna sit there and be like, "Oh, this guy's beating me down. Let me just stand here and use my range skills in his face." Like, it makes no sense to me. Like, there should be a trigger that whenever a certain type of unit gets within like 2 or 3 squares of them, that they automatically move. I think, but that's just me. It gets quite annoying because it can be the difference between winning and losing if you're just trying to auto. As you saw, I took it off auto real quick and moved him, and now it's just like easy peasy again, and he was actually about to die. Like, if I hadn't taken it off auto, he would have been at one dead rep. So that little boar is taking a beating more than the bears did. Right, so we got a wolf, a boar, and a bear, and the whoever you are kind of guy. Let's see what his damage is like. Blocked 816. So he would have done probably about 1200, I'd say. Oh, that boar is seriously taking a beating. He like barely even got touched. Crazy defense. Did he just stealth? So I'm guessing that guy's an assassin? I kind of want that dude now. He's got stealth and range. Okay, so the AI is just being retarded right now. I really don't want to lose this, so I'm going to try to redeem it real quick. Okay, 10,000 damage from the boar. It's definitely not what I was expecting. Okay, come on. So I probably can't turn this around because that board just seems to be insanely strong. Don't have a healer now. Yeah, that board's just going retarded. 85 damage for 2 hits. Why are you not... Can we not? Well, okay, just do what you want. And an attack buff from this guy when he stealths. That is... I'll just call this one quits, guys, because they're about to kill my tank. Okay, so... He's definitely the bigger threat, and then the boar, because the boar's just retarded tanky, apparently. Definitely gonna need a defense breaker, as well as an AoE unit to take that guy out of stealth when he stealths. Who else would I take? Would probably be a crit buff and some heavy single target. Like, use a single AoE unit specifically to take him out of stealth whenever he stealths. Because I'm not sure if he's going to get like an advantageous attack from doing that or not. So one AoE unit, a tank definitely, a healer obviously because the damage is definitely there on stage 2. So tank, healer, AoE unit, and probably a crit buffer. Or just a single target nuker like a Zeal would be pretty nice, I would say. But that's it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed this quick walkthrough of what to expect. So thanks for watching the violin, and I shall see you in the next video.